Welcome everybody to another March Madness special as we look at the Sweet 16 matchup between the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. It'll be the late game on Thursday night. Now, all the one seeds are still around, and so are three of the twos. Who's missing from that group? St. John's. Who took out the Red Storm? Arkansas and John Calipari took out Rick Pitino. The Hogs fought their way in and took advantage of the opportunity, beating Kansas and then St. John's just to get here. It's pretty impressive for a team that lost 13 games, was up and down, and early on into the midseason, it looked like John Calipari and Arkansas were going to miss the tournament completely. Now they're in the Sweet 16. Meanwhile, Texas Tech has quietly managed to push past both UNC Wilmington and Drake in business-like fashion. The winner gets either Florida or Georgia, or Florida or Maryland, with a chance to advance to the Final Four. Right now, the point spread for this game is Texas Tech minus 5.5 points. Now, how can Arkansas win this game? How are they doing this to begin with? It's finding a way to come through big in the key moments. That might sound like a massive cliche, but it's true. Kansas played better overall than the Hogs did, and they still lost. St. John's missed everything. More on that in a moment. But it seemingly came up with almost every offensive rebounding opportunity, and they still lost to the Hogs. This is a terrific defensive team dealing with a Texas Tech bunch that doesn't force mistakes and can't hit a thing from three in the tournament. But why would Texas Tech win? No, really. How is Arkansas going to win this game? Kansas was a hot mess over the second half of the year, and star Hunter Dickinson never got into a groove after a few early fouls, as St. John's finally got exposed for not being able to shoot a basketball well. In both cases, Arkansas still almost lost. No excuses. There's no such thing as a soft run in the Sweet 16 from an 11 seed. But Texas Tech has their stuff far more together than the Jayhawks and the Red Storm do. Arkansas has been awful from three in the first two games of this tournament. And again, it caught a few breaks. The D has been terrific, but St. John's was missing wide open shots. It would have been a different game had it hit 4 of 22 threes instead of 2. What's Texas Tech doing so right? It's more like what Texas Tech is not doing. It's not turning the ball over. The Red Raiders turned it over just 9 times in their first 2 games. They haven't turned it over more than 10 times in a game since mid-February. This team takes care of the ball. They won't make mistakes. They'll be better on the free throw line, and they'll hit enough threes to move on here. Grant McCasland is a great basketball coach. Texas Tech is favored by 5.5 points, and I'm going to go ahead and give those 5.5 points in this game. I think the Red Raiders are a significant threat to go to the Final Four. I actually had them in my Final Four coming out after beating Florida. Whether they can beat Florida or not, we'll get to that maybe later on this weekend, like Saturday. But for right now, Texas Tech, I think, will beat Arkansas 75-66. I think they'll cover the 5.5 point spread. And if you want to bet this game, go to the top sportsbook for betting on college basketball, BetMGM. You can click on the link down below if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification on YouTube, and follow me on X at Grueling Truth. But for now, guys, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.